Now here we have an RC that I have been looking forward to ever since I was a kid, and I never thought I was going to have an RC street bike. Now this is the newly available, I'm not saying a new release, it's a newly available X-Rider CX3, super cool. Now it's newly available because you could order this a while ago. I think it came out many years ago, but it was super expensive to get shipped to the United States. Fair RC now has these available. This is $125, ready to run, remote, little motorcycle, battery, charger. You just need AAA's for the remote. Shipping is free and there's no tax. So this is $125. If you're interested, I am gonna leave the link below. But guys, this thing is super cool. As you see right here, it is belt drive. This wheel does spin. Just all in, man. Now, I never used it. I'm excited to use it. But before I do, let me dig into some of the specs. So if you guys are interested, you know exactly what you're getting.
The battery it comes with is an X-Rider branded battery. It's a 2S 20C 600 milliamp pack, and to be honest, it's a small bike, so that should give us plenty of runtime. It also comes with a USB charger, but it has a balance lead if you opt to use your own charger, which is nice. Now the battery sits on the bottom of the bike, perfect for the CG, and is held on by a little rubber band. Steering servo up top, probably where a gas tank on a regular bike would be, seems pretty sturdy. Now, powering this thing, little brushed motor, see that big gear there? That actually goes to the other side and pushes our belt. Yes, this thing is belt drive, very cool. Inside that back solid rim is also a gyro. Now it's a non-powered gyro, but it's supposed to help keep the bike sturdy, so we'll test that out. Suspension seems good, and you see those rotors? They're actually dummy rotors. They float around a little bit. Not a big deal. It shouldn't vibrate too much. Last but not least, up front, we're going to have a 2-in-1 ESC receiver combo. This bike does require some minor setup. When you get it, you do have to add the fairings and the stickers. The fairings get held on by two little screws, one of these on either side. The back gets held on by a little clip. Now, the rider's feet also get held on by some little screws, and his hands kind of just slide over what we would call the handlebars. Now, this is a solid little bike. It's coming in at 410 grams. A lot of weight, and it feels very sturdy when you're holding it in your hand. Yes, it also comes with that little stand. Now, the last thing I want to touch on are going to be what we would call these training wheels. They need to get held on by grub screws. Now, make sure you guys do it, because you'll see later in the video that I messed up and I actually should have tightened them.
All right, I'm excited. Let's give this thing a rip. So turn on the remote. Now the remote is beeping at me. I think my batteries are low. I took this out of one of my FMS crawlers. The on-off switch on the bottom of the motorcycle. So hit that on. Come on. All right. You see our steering's working. Now, it might be hard for you guys to hear, but that gyro that's in the back wheel, it's not powered. So as you throttle up, that little wheel, look, I'm not holding it, that wheel inside is spinning. And that's what's going to give us a little momentum. So I think the best thing to do, get that gyro inside started, and we'll give it a rip. Wow, that's like half throttle. Full throttle. Oh, she rips. She rips. It would definitely be better if I had a smoother road. Now you hear that? That is the, I would say, training wheels. And one fell off because, as I showed you guys in the setup, I didn't have a grub screw in. So I'm gonna have to go find that. But I don't think I need it because I am a pro motorcycle driver. Now it feels pretty sturdy. I'm just driving it around, you know, about 30% throttle right now. I'm liking it, guys. It is a very cool little motorcycle. Looks very scale. Now again, if I had a smoother place to drive, this would be a lot better. I'm punching the throttle now. Woo! I'm gonna take you out. Brakes work good too. Now you see how it's leaning harder to the right? That's because I don't have that little guide. I'm gonna call it my training wheel. So the better you get with these things, you're probably going to want to take that off to challenge yourself, because you can lean this thing pretty low to the floor. Let's see. I'm going right. You see how far I could go right without that training wheel? This thing is, it's a little difficult on this road, I ain't going to lie. But that gyro's keeping it pretty much up. Now that's full throttle. Whew. Durability testing. She's ripping. Let's go to the straightaway. Might be a little smoother over there. Let's get out of this rough area. See if I can find my little training wheel too. I found it and it's bent. Now, like I said, you see this little grub screw? Inside the frame, which I showed you in the beginning, there's also one of those. So that's how you tighten it. So you're supposed to tighten these on. I didn't do that because I wanted to try it with them on and with them off. So yeah, we're not gonna be able to get that back in because it's not gonna stay unless I tighten that grub screw. Gotta heat that tire up. Get that bad boy good. Woo. Oh. Come on. Ah. See? That's why you definitely want those on. So you could completely stop and then pick itself back up. So you definitely want the training wheels on, guys. Now I wish I tightened those grub screws. It definitely would be a lot more enjoyable. Look at that. Yo, she's fast. For a little motorcycle like this with a brush motor, she's cranking. Now this is definitely a one of one. It's a super cool size. I think the price is spot on. Challenging, yes, but you're not gonna make the mistake that I made. You're gonna tighten these on so that you guys could drive it much easier than I drove it. Like I said, 125 bucks. I think it's like nothing I've ever seen. Super cool, little gyro definitely helps keep it pretty stable. You do get a little speed wobble here and there, but other than that, man, for the price, this is a very cool little RC to add to your collection. So if you guys are interested in this, as always, the link is below. Appreciate you guys watching. Until next time.